Okay, let's get started. I think this is a record. 4 sessions in a row without someone calling out, being late, or having to cancel.
Oh, you know what, guys? I think we're gonna have to cancel right now. I got this thing like now. I gotta go.
I've got another group I need to run for, a better group. I'll be back never. But to remind everyone what happened, you went down the stairs, riveting. You avoided a giant facade of a demon skull, found a dead goat man with a goat staff, walked along an anti-gravity ring, and then went to somewhere.
Another plane.
Yes.
We
You're
dispelled,
not sure the full...
or we dispelled sunlight, and we've opened up this sarcophagus. And, I think
And there
that's
was
where
nothing
we ended.
inside. Yes.
Nothing, really? Okay.
All right. I feel like I know that we've possibly just wasted a spell just to dispel the sunlight here, but I feel like this is like a practice room, maybe. I don't know.
There's nothing in the sarcophagus. Is there any writing inside the sarcophagus?
Nope, there's nothing inside here.
Blank sarcophagus.
Yep.
Anybody
Regardless, I don't
want to
think we
take a
should
nap
stay
in
in
the
the plane any longer.
sarcophagus?
You jokester, you. I mean, you're free to, Halstead.
Well, considering what's the name of the lantern? The Star Chaser?
Starfallen.
Star Child.
Star Child.
Starfallen, guys.
Starfallen. Okay. Star
Never-
Child. is a
Star
David Bowie
Child.
thing.
You're
Never believe Zyga doesn't even know about that lantern.
Could we RP that David Bowie's in that lantern? The Star Boy.
Only if we can bring him back to life in the end.
He's fighting in the Soulmonger, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Starfallen said we shouldn't tarry, so maybe we should.
It's gonna
back to
get
our-
more and more like desperate. Like,
Yeah,
please
like-
leave. I don't want to be caught.
Let's go the way we came, which I believe was up here. Going
Yeah.
north,
Yeah,
and
if you
then
go
we
back
work our way
around,
back.
you'll see the body again, and you'll
Yeah.
see the same room with the sunlight beaming down on the sarcophagus.
I like the idea, though, thinking the dead abhor sunlight. Is there any way we can do that again for this one?
It depends on if Zyga has another spell slot.
For what now?
Probably dispel magic.
Spell magic or darkness or something in that realm.
Where would we want to do that again?
Well, because of Acererak's second warning, the dead.
No, I
abhor
mean where?
sunlight. Oh, in this tomb.
It's essentially after going back to reality,
Oh,
the sarcophagus
Oh.
reset.
This would be the time for the "There Goes Gravity" line, because that's what we did.
I was about to say that. Damn it!
Well,
I hate you all.
Curse my not interrupting people.
I kept myself back from saying it.
Thank you, Avdol. Put that
Well,
in
oh,
the
there
book
goes
of
Gravity.
Avdol's successes.
I was being
There's
overly
nothing
cautious,
here.
though.
This is a
Normally I
blank
said it.
book. Every time I try to write it, something happens.
Is it a character dies?
Yeah.
But what do you wish to do?
I'm trying to look at my spell list. Maybe if we want to come back later, I could prepare something that could do darkness, but there's nothing really in my sphere of magic that can do that.
I mean, I can dispel it, but that would be meaning I would be using 2 of my level 3 spell slots for the day, which might be worth it if assuming there is something there.
I'd say
well,
if we don't have any other way of obscuring the light, then dispel magic is probably our best bet.
All right.
want to give it a shot? I'll be in the tomb with you for moral support.
Yeah. So I'll go and try to
I'll
cast
go with- I'll go
dispel
with it.
magic.
You'll dispel the sunlight. It is now dark in here.
Okay.
Speaking-
Anything?
Oh wait, no, right, you're a Ganassi, not a human. Okay.
I have dark vision, so is there another plaque on here?
Same plaque says the same
On your
thing.
sorrows.
Yes.
Okay, I'll try to open the lid of the sarcophagus.
You can do so. I forget, did it have a... No, okay. It opens up and there is nothing inside.
Do you think maybe we Okay, I think I got it. So, like we were told before, we shouldn't be taking Aceterak's words, completely. Maybe like, yes, the dead abhor sunlight, so maybe there was some kind of trap based off of the sun being here, but we thought that this was a vital room. This place is designed to ensnare and kill people, so it could just be that this is a red herring.
Good, but the other sarcophagi we did open did in fact have some interesting things. I wouldn't rule out that the ability that this
Oh yeah,
is a
no, every other
misnomer.
one has, but like I said, this one in particular may just be, a joke.
I put my hand on the bottom of the coffin.
You do so. It feels like
Solid.
a coffin.
Okay. Nothing written inside this one either.
Nope, nothing
Ooh,
inside.
did we lose somebody?
Jordan just
dropped out
disappeared.
on roll
I
20.
did?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? I'm
You're
still
not the
here.
characters
Oh,
at the bottom. Oh, you're back.
There you go.
yeah, that was weird. Didn't
Sure.
even have to refresh.
Get that internet connection fixed.
That wasn't even my internet. Nothing went out. I was just, I don't know.
Just blipped in and out.
I guess.
Anyways, what do you all want to do now?
Well, there was that room with the undead chomping on the bits, right?
True.
None of us have clerical domains, so we can't turn them.
Can I maybe examine the walls for anything?
Sure.
Just like perception or investigation?
I'd say an investigation at this point.
Okay.
I'll do it too because
8.
Why not?
But there
No.
might be
It'll-
some other secret about this room. I don't know. So I'm going to start
14.
looking for secret doors and
I
stuff.
guess I'll be looking
14.
at the north side.
You find that as you get closer to these each of the heads, there's kind of a smell in the air that's kind of strange. You haven't smelled anything quite like it in a very long time, but with your investigation, it kind of reminds you of wine.
Drown your.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna step out of this tomb immediately. I do not want death by wine.
I'm pretty certain whatever traps by wine were here, we've disarmed them by the sunlight. Because remember, the dead abhor sunlight.
I don't trust wine. It's not a dwarven brew. If it was beer, well then.
Well,
a different head
Zyga,
smells
do you
of
want to
ale.
investigate the
Oh,
room?
beer. This is going in the Book of Grudges.
Well, 14 investigation.
Alright,
kills
Grudge
me.
Bear grabbed the book.
17 on investigation around the area.
Same thing. You don't notice anything out of place, although you do detect the scent of wine increasing as you approach each of the gargoyle mouths.
And are the mouths
Let's theor-
open?
They are.
Let's theorize a bit, though. A sign that says "Drown your sorrows," and the walls apparently being filled with wine. I'm glad. I assume we do disable a trap, right? What do you think the trap would be if it was armed?
They pour us they pour us each a glass of poisoned wine.
Ah, yes, the Dumbledore eats the soup method.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh, now he's just gone from the TeamSpeak, so
It was a portent of things to come.
he's still in roll 20.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Well, you can't find anything else of use in this room, but
Perhaps maybe when the dispel magic wears off, we can think of another way to. Like, is the room completely dark?
dispel magics don't really ever wear off.
Yeah, that's right, 'cause
Permanent
just
effects
whatever
can come
spell.
back
Kill the spell.
later, but it depends.
The room is completely dark, yeah?
It is, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna take water skin that I have, drink the water because it's the waste, not whatnot, and then I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to get the wineskin and put it into the northernmost one's mouth.
It seems to be blocked by something, so like it goes into the mouth, but it can't go any further.
Interesting.
Like there's like a solid wall there. It's just decorative.
What about pouring the wine into the sarcophagus?
I'm
You
thinking.
don't
okay,
have
hold
any
on.
wine.
Hold on. I have a torch. I'm thinking
Okay.
Zyga and Avdol leave the room. What if we spring this trap while we're outside of it?
If that's the case, I'm gonna stay in the back.
Can we move
I
Avdol?
prepare to drink much
Yes,
more.
that's fine.
I'm gonna try to light a torch and then toss it into the sarcophagus.
I believe we found out that improvised things are range of, what was it, 1030 or 2060?
I think 2060.
2060.
2060,
Either
so with
either way, it would be
disadvantage.
disadvantage. So go ahead and try.
Okay, I only
That's-
have one of these.
You're
so
not
this is-
proficient with them, so just Dex.
It's Dex
Or
and
Strength.
Proficiency,
It's a
right?
thrown thing.
Whatever's higher.
No, you just get Dex.
Okay.
You don't get You're not proficient in throwing torches, right?
Okay, so no. So Dex and proficiency. 9.
What part of just Dex, no proficiency?
No, sorry.
Either way,
6.
the 6 would miss. But it'll fly through the air. You can see some torchlight get into the sarcophagus for a little bit. It illuminates it, but nothing happens.
And the torch sort of flops on the floor.
Yes, and it clatters to the floor and continues burning.
Well, hopefully there's something flammable in this room. I see
mean,
no
I have
problem
the-
with leaving this room as it is.
I mean, I could use if you want, I could do something with my big flaming sword.
Well, we saw that the torchlight crept into reached the inside of the coffin.
Some
because
of the light
traveled
started
like that.
filling up the sarcophagus and is still in there. That's how light works, right?
Yeah.
What if we just came back with a big old barrel of wine and just filled the sarcophagus with it?
I mean,
That's a
you
what
do
if that
you,
requires
but
us to-
where do you get
Where was our
wine?
mayonnaise jar and we had it?
That barbarian, I'll find him.
Fair enough, though. I feel like we should still continue because we also can go down a level
Yeah,
we haven't explored.
That is
In
true
fact,
as well.
looking over this balcony, what can I see below?
Sure, let me pull that up here. I hate you.
Yes, we know.
And of course, it's at the bottom of the page for it. Oh, it's not even interesting, huh? Oh, I think I see what's happening. It goes down a floor and then another floor. So like there's another landing and then another staircase going even further down.
I see.
So directly underneath you, you see a passage to the west. You can kind of see into it. There's some purple growth around on the stairs down there. And
Yeah,
then
like
underneath
mold?
that, something. You can't tell from this far out.
Fair enough.
Not that one.
So sorry.
There we go. And at the very bottom, let me have it load up. You see... Actually, I'm not sure if you can see that far down. I'm not sure if your dark vision reaches.
It's only 60 feet, so
Yeah.
we may have to find out when we get down there.
Yeah,
quick
I'll say you
question-
can see one floor down.
Quick question: are these stairs up?
Those are up.
Those go
Ones-
back up to the first floor.
These are the
wanna
ones that go
double check.
down.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the door that has the 3 heads and the undead.
Yes.
Oh, is my daylight spell still on there?
It lasts an hour, so I believe
Yeah.
so.
Would I be able to see with that daylight spell shining light down now?
Not really. Because you remember, they're head height for humans.
True. Very true.
Is there any rubble nearby?
Not really, actually. This is fairly immaculately
User entered
kept,
your channel.
as though it's maintained. When you go to there, the zombies pop their heads back out and start gnashing and moaning at you.
Rap, 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 rap.
We'll take said wineskin I used earlier and cast light on it and drop it down.
Okay.
A little flare.
Well, a few things might happen. Let me see.
We left the room, by the way, Jordan.
Right, I messaged the Will that just in case standing around for whatever reason set something off. I
We
left
put you in the
room.
sarcophagus for
Okay.
safekeeping.
No.
You're safe.
At the bottom of the grand staircase, 4 cylindrical stone pillars surround a shaft for going further down, each 10 feet tall, 5 feet wide, and featuring a tiny slot in its side. Squatting atop each pedestal is a large four-armed gargoyle.
These gargoyles.
From above, you can see each gargoyle is contained within a square made of metallic tiles embedded in the top of its pedestal. Starting with the northernmost pedestal and going clockwise, they are copper, silver, gold, and platinum.
Oh. The cages? The gargoyles themselves.
The cages.
Does it have to do with like money?
Won't know until we get down there, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe even then we probably won't know until we do something else. The door that has the undead, is it just their head sticking out?
Yes.
Okay.
So they can bite you.
Duck over.
They could still try and bite at you with disadvantage.
How? I'm a dwarf.
Don't ask questions, it's just how it works.
Uh,
It's less a head slot and more they're literally sticking... Do you know that video with the skinhead and the fence?
okay, that makes more sense. Okay.
That's a great way to describe it.
I mean...
Alright. Anybody have turn racist? Not turn racist, I mean like turn a racist.
Let's
Poof,
not go down that path
Show
for
them
this
the line of
stream.
understanding. Show them that video of the man riding the shrimp.
Are you implying that's a racist video?
I just thought it'd be funny.
I mean, it would be, but... How's a man riding a shrimp racist?
You know what I'm thinking also?
Hmm.
Zombies on their own aren't particularly strong, right?
No.
Not stronger.
You probably... I'd honestly just let you, if you wanted to. They're not gonna be smart enough to duck away, and since they're close, you could just say you kill them.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, like, if it's 3 zombies designed that when turned that they're going to open this door, perhaps the 4 of us combined can also open the door. So
That's
can
something you
probably
can tell,
just kill
too.
Yeah,
You can
no,
tell
that's-
this door
that
is
sounds
supposed to go up,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
you
like
might
I
be able to
said,
try
I
and
think-
lift it.
I think I have an idea actually.
I think me and Vormash alone would be able to lift the door.
You know
Just
that
we shouldn't lift the door while there's zombies right on the other
Yeah.
side.
only 2 people could get a good enough handle on it in the front 2 squares to add their full strength to it. Someone on the sides might be able
So-
to assist, but
I'll shillelagh and we'll kill the zombies.
Yep.
you're gonna shillelagh because that'd put you in melee and let them hit you. If you just say you use range attacks, I'll
I'll
just let
just
you
use
kill
Yeah,
them.
I'll-
I'll,
flame
I've
until they
got my
die.
Eldritch Blast
Yeah.
too, so.
All right, we'll throw fire and blast at it.
No,
until they die.
no experience for that, but
Sure enough.
all right.
I'll get
So
on this
the
side
zombies
of
are
the door.
gone.
All right. Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
So now is the time to
Sorry,
see.
Hey Zika, you know this?
Mm-hmm.
He's reading the plaque.
Okay, interesting. This'll it's possible, but it might not be. So Vormash and Avdol are contributing their full amounts, so that's 31. And then Halstad is contributing half of 12, which is 6, so 37. And Zyga contributes 4, 41. You barely start lifting the door.
Oh, squats.
And as you all strain your legs horribly, manage to socket it into place.
Man, those are some strong zombies.
You get the feeling that they use tools and not just... And you can
Yeah,
see
like
Like a
pulleys,
belt
I'm
system
guessing.
in a cabin.
under their
Maybe
bodies
more
there is a pulley system that would have, pulled and then lifted it up.
My god, it's a trebuchet.
My god, engineers built this temple.
Can it launch a zombie over 500 meters?
Trebuchet.
I'm gonna let Avdol go
But-
in first with the mask on.
Actually,
Six-
is that a chariot?
It's like a wagon, I think, but glass cauldrons brimming with humanoid bones line the wall of this tomb, at the center of which stands an ancient chariot bearing a bronze sarcophagus with treasure strewn atop it. Paintings on the chariot's body show a tall bird with a long, sharp beak. On the south wall, a bronze spear bears the embossed image of a Chultan warrior carrying a spear. Below, an inscription that reads, "Bow before no one." 4 bronze statues stand on pedestals to either side of the shield. They depict Chultan warriors, 1 holding a sword, 2 with spears, and 1 missing its face.
Okay, missing its face is in it's been like scratched off, or just it's a smooth face.
Jordan, you hear a nervous voice in your mind warning you that the cauldrons, they have the bones of Papazottl's most zealous devotees. They might seek to protect him even in death.
Bow before no one?
I feel like we
think I
should.
understand.
Well,
I think the faceless one is a red herring, because even the person without a face is still someone. What about,
wait, don't forget, one of Asatorak's warnings was bow as the dead god intoned. When the Iblis, was he the one that was all about being prideful and bowing to no one, or was that someone else?
you guys said it was Papazotl.
Right.
Do you spread that
Oh, yeah,
information?
sorry, that'd be...
I'll mention the bones and okay, the way I will phrase it is seeing these cauldrons of bones around this tomb, which we have known to be filled with undead, it would not surprise me if those bones were to animate, were we to get too touchy with what's inside. So be cautious and don't go too far in.
So, a Sarah Rex second warning says bow as a dead god in tone, right?
Mm-hmm.
We either trust it and we say bow to no one, or we don't trust it and we bow to someone. Right? That's our option. I'm thinking the people are a red herring. What we should be bowing to is what all the treasure's lying on top of, which would be the wagon. Paying tribute to the treasure. And if that's a sarcophagus, Papazottl's remains might be in there. Oh, but would that make it someone? Ooh, tricky. These cauldrons, can I see them from where I am?
You can see some of them.
What do they look like? What are they made of?
They are large bronze cauldrons filled to the brim with bones.
Wait a minute. One of the statues doesn't have a face, right?
Yes.
Right?
So who's that statue of?
Wouldn't you like to know? Probably your mama.
No, seriously. What would that make that statue of?
Who knows?
Like- Okay.
Like, are you asking a question or are you being clever?
A little bit of both. I'm thinking that because it doesn't have a face, it's got no one's face.
So you bow to no one.
Exactly. As the god intoned.
I'm inclined to agree, except that I know that these gods are tricksters, right? They're little shits.
In my head, I'm gonna work this theory with my little passenger.
Is he talking to himself again?
No, because I'm thinking it.
He's thinking to himself.
I don't know, that sounds kind of risky. You should get someone else to do it.
God damn it. But that is just an idea.
The plaque. There's no pictures on it, right? Just the words bow to no one.
Yep. Bow before no one.
Bow before no one. And these statues, where are they on this map?
I think
They're
the
at the bottom.
stars.
Yes.
Oh, I see. They're these little star pillars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The faceless one is this one here. That's a bad circle, but
There you go.
And I'm guessing if I detect magic, there's going to be an overwhelming amount of it in this area.
there always is, just kind of in the thing. But in particular, there is something on the sarcophagus and the treasure that detects as magic. And the shield on the wall also detects as magic.
Where's... Oh, I don't... Like, is the shield in the back of the room? I
Yes.
see it. Yeah. That's in the middle of all of it, right?
Yes.
Why would there be a shield on the wall?
It was described
We've seen
earlier.
a lot of shields on the wall,
Yeah.
or mirrors at the very least. Like...
It's a bronze shield embossed with a Chultan warrior carrying a spear. And below it is the inscription that says, bow before no one.
I see. Oh, I'm willing to try to... I can still shapeshift, so I can get some extra HP. I'm willing to give my own theory a try if that's okay with you guys, unless you want me to try something else.
You got a theory, man.
I'm gonna. Well, we've got the door closed, but I'm gonna get as far away as I can.
Trust. Zyga, are you gonna stick with me on this one, buddy?
I'll go with
Vormash, I believe, should be in the room since I'm guessing we couldn't just leave the door open.
If you
No,
quest
you'd
it,
have to
I'll
open them.
aid you.
What was that, Kuba?
You'd have to try and open it again.
Yeah, okay,
Although
that's
it would be
fine.
easier for you this time since you have the...
The pulleys.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to approach the chariot,
Sure.
or the wagon, and I'll bow.
Okay.
Actually, before he does that, I'm gonna go here. Watch from a safe distance, but be where I need to be when I need to be there.
Well, nothing happens when you bow to the chariot. Nothing immediately triggers.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well,
All right. Then I guess
No.
there's
As you
also
get closer,
Avdol
you can
right
see on
there.
top of the chariot
what do I see?
a golden torque, 3 golden cups, 5 golden cloak pins, and an amulet.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
A Christmas song. You can't sing that.
Amulet, huh?
Yes, it is an
if-
amulet.
If I was to try to grab the amulet, would I have to be on the other side of the wagon?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, because the front is like the...
Yeah, like the bridle and the raised part.
Yep.
So I'll try to go around this way.
Okay.
Get here.
Yep. You're gonna be on front of it.
Hmm?
Are you gonna
I
grab
will-
the amulet?
I will touch the amulet.
Okay. So a few things happen. First, roll me a charisma save as strange shadows shift across the walls, forming the outline of a long-legged bird. Its beak stabs at you as a voice echoes through your mind. You will do as I command.
17.
But you will resist it, and they will fade away. However, you hear an enormous rattling coming from every single cauldron.
Oh, there's a lot of bad
Uh,
guys.
What if
As
I...
these animate.
You might want to undo that because there's something that might not.
There's a... Yeah,
Oh,
we've seen something a little...
You
Did we
didn't
see? I
see
didn't see that.
anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you would have searched the room anyways,
I'm
but
going to say, thank you, wagon, and then bow once more.
they are aggressive and we're going into initiatives.
Alright, fair enough. You betrayed me, wagon.
Hashtag thank you, base wagon.
18. Alright, not too bad.
Loot wagon.
Way.
Hashtag bandwagon.
Wait,
Okay, so they get a
wait, wait,
15,
wait.
so go ahead and everyone put your initiatives in.
10.
I forgot to click on myself.
Are you at 30 HP? I just want to double check this
Yes,
before.
I am at
Okay.
30 HP.
Just making sure. You can recognize they're just skeletons. They don't have any weapons or anything. However, at the start of the turn, you notice something strange out of the corner of your eye. You know the embossed spear-wielding Chultan warrior on the shield?
Yes.
It turns towards you, and in its 2D form, throws its spear, and out of the shield comes a bolt of force. Getting a 14 to hit you, Halstead.
Lit.
Okay, you are going to take...
Oh, I thought you said lit.
10 force damage as the bolt impacts into you.
Ow.
And now it is your turn, Halstead.
Okay. First off, I'm definitely going into a monster, or into a beast form. I think polar bear is
Which
going
is
to be
large,
good.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything's better with polar bears.
Polar bear. Alright. They have 42 HP. These cauldrons, they still have bones in them, I'm imagining.
Yes, there are plenty more bones. You're not sure how many more.
Brass
In
or
fact,
bronze?
2 have come out, and they don't seem to be at lower levels.
Yeah, like
Make
it's
of that
almost
what you will.
infinitely spawning cauldrons.
I've
Okay.
played Gauntlet before.
Do I
Red
make it
polar
better,
bear
or do I
needs
make it
food badly.
worse?
Yeah.
Let's make things worse. I'm going to run up to this cauldron and try to tip it over.
That is going to be very difficult because you can tell that the cauldrons themselves, made out of bronze, would weigh about 500 pounds, plus the
Oh.
bones inside. You could try and break them if you want.
Yeah, let's go try to break it.
Sure.
Go for the source. Would that be an attack?
It would be an attack, yes. It would be like a sundering attempt. I've got
does
it.
matter-
It actually accounts for this.
Can I
What damage
multi-attack
type?
it?
You can multi-attack, yeah.
Okay, so 1 piercing, 1 slashing.
1 piercing, slashing. Okay.
I'll do the piercing first, then the slashing.
Okay.
20 on piercing, 23 on slashing.
Those will both hit.
Okay. The piercing. 8 piercing
Okay.
and 18 slashing.
Okay. That is enough to crack it open, and all the bones will spill out.
No more
Yeah.
skeletons coming out of that one? That's
We'll
so far.
see.
We'll see.
I'm just saying that one's broken
Yeah.
with that X, not saying it's gone.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The skeletons' turn are going to go, and more skeletons will emerge from all the ones that aren't broken.
Guys, I think I've found something. I mean, roar!
Hey,
Roar,
that
as
bear
it
knocked
points
over
to
the-
the-
knocked over
That
the
polar
torch.
bear is an earthbender.
It's a bone bender.
Am I the bone anti-bender? Because I'm... never mind.
No. No. Oh, apparently there is no claw attack on a skeleton stat block, so they have scimitar, or short swords. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Also, did it change how
Their hand-
this
their
works?
hand-
Oh,
no
I
hands are just swords.
went to the wrong thing. I went to the generic 5e1. Let me see if this is any different. No, they still have short swords, but... Well, anyways, they're going to start walking over and slashing everyone that's closest to them.
Tom is apparently being attacked.
By skeletons.
Oh no. Hey, Ron, you got another character?
Oh man.
Okay, so that's going to be 7 attacks on Zyga, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on Halstad.
Okay.
So let's do the 7 on Zyga first.
As soon as
One.
the first attack comes, I cast shield to give myself. That would be a 20 to hit now.
Okay. Let me see the wording. I think it lasts until start of
Until
next
the
turn.
end of
Yep.
my next turn. Or until my next, the start of my next turn.
Yes. Okay, so it'll be harder to hit. Okay. It is +5, by the way. I don't know if you...
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. I know we're all used to +4 from Pathfinder. But let's keep going. It's what, 4, 5. That one will hit for 8 damage. 6, 7, so only 1 hits. Now the 8 on Halstad. What's the magic number?
12.
I'm gonna make this easier on myself and put some words in between these rolls.
Yes.
Yeah, good job.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 12 you said, right? So 7, 13, 17, 22, 30, 36 total damage
Still kicking.
as they stab you with their steely knives.
They
Zyga,
can't
go
kill the
ahead.
beast.
Alright, I'm going to Misty Step to here.
Sure.
Fireball.
Yeah, and then cast Fireball on this square.
Okay. That'll catch all of these skeletons, but no one else. See.
And I'll be casting that at a 4th level spell.
So it'll be 98. Okay.
You just wanna- you just-
Or
you just
is it
wanna blow
68 or
everything.
88? I always forget.
It goes,
Is it
88.
baseline? If it's 88, it'll go to 98. So.
I believe it's
Okay.
88. I'll have to double
86, it's
check.
86.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
six.
D6s. I'm sorry. Okay. So, how about you roll damage just to see if I even need to...
29.
Oh, no. Okay, cool. I don't have to roll saves for the skeletons. Even on a save, that's enough to drop them all.
And
That
would
damage
that
the
also damage, yeah,
cauldrons,
the
That
the
will
spells.
break both of these cauldrons.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna
I
also
mean,
move over to here.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, Venusaur.
4 mash, go ahead.
Venusaur.
All right. I'm gonna run over. Let's see. Go. Yeah, it should be now. Go over here. Pull up my longsword. Light on fire,
Okay.
and then attack the cauldron.
Sure. Roll to hit.
Oh no! Oh no! No wonder my DPI was my mouse is super low. So
That one would hit the cauldron for 13 total. Okay.
okay, and then coming around for number 2.
You will glance off the cauldron as its bronze resists you.
Why does this not work?
Avdol, it is your move.
Okay, I'll move up. Okay, so that was the one who's attacking. So let's see. So far I've moved 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'll go up here and I'll do a couple smashes on the cauldron.
Go ahead. Your hammer
10.
bounces off on the first swing and bounces off on the rebound,
Gosh.
gonging twice. All right, we're back to the top, and Mr. Portrait is going to hurl another spear at Halstad, getting a 26 to hit. Okay, doing 22 force damage.
Whew. That brings me down. No, wait. Green.
You have, yeah.
I'm shifted out, though.
Yes.
22, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
No, two more. I'm at 4 HP.
I see.
Oh,
Well, it's your turn now, Halstad. Which square do you wish to be in when you shift out?
Put me where the danger is, right there.
Sure, it is your turn now.
Right into the danger zone.
Let's see. This may have the unfortunate problem of me friendly firing myself, but
I got you.
What are you going to do?
Give me exploring what my last options are here. I don't think I have anything other than this. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Gotta summon an ice storm at my feet.
Interesting. Okay.
That means I can just put a 20-foot radius on me.
Sure. I was 20, right?
Oh.
Do you want to put it a little bit lower and not catch? Like, if you put it in the back
let's do 10
corner,
lower.
if you put it
I guess
here,
there's
you
a
can
mouse
catch
here.
all of them, yeah.
Yeah, like this.
And that won't catch Avdol. But, sure. So, takes
Do you wanna
Kill
2d8.
yourself.
Roll the bludgeoning damage right now.
Okay, 48.
Yes. Or 2d8 and 4d6, but we'll figure out about the cold damage
Ice storm,
afterwards.
right.
Because these are skeletons, so bludgeoning is more damage.
More effective.
So
yeah.
if you roll enough on the 2d8, that's enough to just kill them all outright. Now we need to see if you kill yourself.
Oh, I definitely. Even if I save, I don't have enough HP.
Do you
No.
die?
Oh, to
That's
kill
the
myself outright.
yes. Because you might roll me a
I
deck
might.
save.
I might. Okay. All right.
So you were at 4, so you've taken 10 so far. Now deck save as you cast it on yourself. What's your
that's
save?
saved. Yep,
Okay,
the
so
DC's
half.
14.
So half
do
on
the ice.
4d6.
Right.
I don't even think that's possible. You have enough max HP.
14. So 7. Yeah. Okay. I'm just.
Okay,
passed
and
out.
14. That's enough to break this cauldron here.
And I'll crumple to the ground.
Yes, you will. Okay, the skeletons are gonna go.
What skeletons?
They're gonna
Ones
pop
that
out
rolled
of
out
these two,
skeletons.
and they're going to.
We didn't crack that. We only destroyed that one, right? Dude, okay.
He's so close to swinging at you,
Please don't.
but no,
break my
he's
arm.
going to
No.
swing it. Avdol's wearing plate, correct? And Vormesh is wearing
Yeah.
chainmail.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna swing at Vormesh,
Yep.
getting a 23, which
Wow.
won't crit,
Hey, I'll
but
take,
6
I'll take
damage.
the 6 damage, yeah.
Vaiga, you are up.
Oh, right.
All right, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna cast. I just need to make sure that this is within 5 feet of point. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Ice Knife and throw it at that skeleton over there.
Sure. Go ahead and roll to hit.
So it would be.
A spell hit, so probably 4 plus 3, I'm guessing.
Oh, the area around me is difficult terrain until the end of
Oh.
my
Well,
next
it's a
turn, by
range.
the
I
way.
think it's a range attack, so it'd be
Okay.
my dex plus my.
It's a ranged spell attack. I'm almost
Oh.
positive.
Yeah, it is a ranged spell attack. You use your
Wait, isn't it 10
spellcasting
feet
stat.
below you, by the way? Okay, right.
It is
so
10
it's
feet,
below
but like it's like
So
this
19 to hit?
circle. A 19 will hit. So that's a D10 plus 2d6 dex save for cold.
Plus 2d6 dex save?
So it makes the dex save, so it'll take half on the 2d6.
Oh, okay.
So 12 overall.
So 7 and then half of 5, which is 2, so 9 damage. It is not dropped.
Alright.
Then I will. I'll move like this.
Sure.
Alright.
Vormash, you are up.
Alright. I'm gonna. Avdol, can you fight this skeleton so I can go save Halstead?
I was gonna. I mean, I guess.
Good.
She sounds so inconvenienced.
But that's dangerous. You have to get Vormash to stick with you, Avdol.
Or actually, I really think we should focus on getting these jars destroyed first. And
I would rather
nothing.
not have a. I'd rather
Zyga's
not-
got Halstead, Vormash.
Can you put?
We
can
just
you- can
need
you-
to smash this and that other one in the corner, and then we can worry about.
Are you
Halstead.
so much of a coward that you can't even deal with a single skeleton?
Are you so much of a scrawny wimp that you can't take care of Halstead yourself and let Vormash break this cauldron?
I'm dying.
Hey, you're unconscious.
I can still scream while I'm unconscious.
I mean,
Dreams.
I'm going to put it like this. I delay until after Avdol.
there is no delay.
Can't delay.
There is no delaying.
Oh, I thought okay, never mind.
You
I
can
No,
thought-
prepare,
you
but
can-
you can't
Reaction.
delay.
I'll
Alright.
take care of the skeleton if you focus on the cauldron. How about that?
Oh, fine. I stab my stupid sword in the stupid cauldron.
Well, now that you called it stupid, you'll
Yeah.
miss. Twice.
This is what I get for listening to you.
Never mock
Not
the
my fault. You
cauldron.
can't seem to swing a sword.
Oh yeah.
Well,
How
unless
about-
you want to
how
do anything
about
with your
that,
move or bonus.
What do you got there, Avdol? Hammer? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's doing much of
I'm gonna
anything itself.
swing. 19.
That will hit. What were you swinging at? Cauldron or
13.
skeleton?
Cauldron.
The cauldron will shatter.
You mean like that?
Now what are you going to do?
And then.
Also, who would have guessed what would be able to cause the party to just crumple internally is a bunch of skeletons.
It's role play, actually.
Question: is this one by Halstead still?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
broken.
That's the
it's,
first one I took down.
yeah.
Okay.
The only one
I
that's
wasn't
left
sure,
is the
'cause
one
they have
down here.
one
I might have
problem.
deleted some skeletons and then accidentally
Okay.
caught the.
Uh,
Fine.
question: if I were to use Misty Step as a bonus to get to the other cauldron, could I use my second attack?
Yeah,
still, or-
absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay, so
And then second.
and you
attack.
still have your moves, so you can go 30 and then walk the last 5.
Yeah,
Is your
no, so
movement speed
I'll-
more than 5?
I'll Misty Step to make sure I get there.
Okay,
20
and you'll hit.
for 7.
7? Okay. Got a number in my head. Okay. Here comes the moment of truth.
Oh,
Mr.
Wait, what
Mr.
about Shield Boy?
That's what I'm saying. Mr. Shield Boy's throwing another at the person who desecrated the tomb.
God, he's throwing it at my corpse.
Yes. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Okay, so you are prone. So you have advantage on this, or it has disadvantage on this attack against you. So what's your
I have
number
11
for
I only have 11 AC.
11, huh?
Wait, how did it go from 12 to
It gets a 12, and
Oh,
the
no.
bolt hits you, and in a puff, there is only dust.
I am going to kill Avdol.
Darkness imprisoning me. All right. Do you want to hand me another character sheet so I can import my characters?
Sure, I'll create you a
meantime-
new one.
I am
With-
going.
With my last unconscious breath, I blame the ice storm.
You are now Beso Iupa. There you go. It is now editable by you. Okay, and we go to the skeletons.
Best so you.
Okay, so one pops out and is going to swing its short sword at Avdol,
Sorry, I don't see it on the
critting.
handouts.
So 13 damage. Oh, I might not have.
You know, I could actually just adjust the one I have right now for house.
You can
damage.
adjust it, or
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
this
do
is
I
fine.
have Fesso?
Why am I seeing besto?
I might have
Everyone-
shown it to everyone, but
We are all.
yes. But so you take 13 damage, and then on Zyga, a 10.
Nah.
Now it's Zyga's turn.
All right, I'm gonna take out my quarterstaff and try to hit this thing. Actually, no, I'm gonna take my dagger out. It's gonna be
Swole
dumb.
Wizard.
24 to hit
You hit.
for 3 damage.
Are you kidding me? It's on its last bone.
Ooh.
Formash, it is your move. Unless you have anything else, Zyga. I'm sorry.
Nah, not really. Not at the moment.
All right.
Crit.
Surprised you don't have any. Oh, yeah, you will crit that skeleton. Yeah, you murder it.
Overkill.
Congratulations.
Step.
Still won't bring back your friend.
Is that what the shield boy is thinking?
I don't know what it's thinking, man. That one dies as well. Avdol.
All right, can I still attack the cauldron?
Absolutely.
Actually, hang on a minute. Let
Okay,
me just
yeah.
double check how much movement I spent there. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure you
5,
have enough.
10,
11?
15.
You bounce off. On the follow through, you will smack it square in the cauldron, breaking it.
Cool.
We're back to the top. Hey, Avdol.
Yeah.
Zow, 26.
Oh fuck.
Doing 23 force damage.
How does shield boy know I'm not really dead?
Gee, I wonder.
you haven't defeated me.
But the skeleton will take one last swing at you, Avdol, getting a 15.
And that'll miss.
Okay, Zyga, back to you.
So I'm curious, is this thing like...
Cover up the shield.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is it possible to, like, put it onto the ground downward?
You
Or
haven't
is it
tried
like-
to get it off the wall? You don't know if it's mounted, if it's stuck to the wall, if you can take it down?
So wait, hold on. This is the shield, right?
Yes, it is literally a
Is it
figure
actually
on
able
the
to-
shield.
Yeah. Okay, it could
Yep.
see me. I was thinking
It can
that
see everything in the
curve-
room, except maybe the back corner.
Hmm.
Just a cloak or a big pack or something. A tent? Some kind of tarp?
Let me just whip out my tent real quick in the heat of battle.
Or, move or something.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna try to...
I'm a moron.
I'm gonna
I
try
had
to
a
spell
mace of
magic on
terror.
it.
A dispel magic will do nothing.
Interesting. So it's a creature of some sort.
Anything else?
I mean, it could also just be that it's a stronger magic that you're able to dispel.
You would still get a check for that. It is not a dispellable effect,
Okay.
so it's not a spell per se.
Vormash, I suggest you go try hitting that thing.
Formash,
Do or don't.
Do.
You've
go
got it.
ahead.
So far, you're the only person whose advice I actually care about.
Be careful,
Wow.
though. It may,
5, 10, 15.
metal doesn't always seem to be a good, option against something like this.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Sword.
All right, go
sword
ahead and
versus
roll to
shield.
heal. Hit, not heal. A 17 will connect with the shield.
Anything happen to the sword on impact?
No, nothing happens to your sword, but the sword slashes through and a gout of flame covers the shield, but it looks completely unharmed afterwards.
All right, and was that my full 30 or was that? Actually, it doesn't
No,
really
that-
matter. If it wants to hit me, it's gonna hit me. So yeah, nothing happens at all.
Nope, it looks completely unharmed.
At this point, can I make a knowledge on this thing?
Weird these character sheets don't have a thing for AC.
I think it calculates
They
it
do.
yourself by using abilities,
Oh,
stats,
yeah.
and yeah, it's one
Yeah,
of
you
the
can
derived
find that,
stats.
so.
If I put in my
But-
equipment.
I mean, hell, I got nothing. I got nothing else to do with my turn. I'm gonna hit it again.
Sure, I'll spare you the trouble. It doesn't seem to do anything.
I want to roll damage anyway.
Congratulations. Avdol, back to
Yeah.
you.
But yeah, would I be able to make on my next turn a knowledge on this of any kind?
Maybe to identify the effect, but it's pretty clear it's a force effect that in some way is similar to disintegrate from first-hand experience.
Well, I'm more trying to figure out the functionality of this thing, like what we like, because it's obvious that hitting it doesn't work and magic doesn't work, so there has to be something that could work.
I'll give
I
you
wanna
this.
make-
When you hit it, it seemed to kind of bounce around on its mount, so it's not stuck to the wall.
It sounds like you can just take it off the wall, maybe.
Well, Avdol, you're up.
Okay, a quick question. What kind of action would bowing be?
I would say half your movement.
Okay, then I'll.
I'd also say
bow
it would
before the
provoke.
statue really quickly, like.
I would also
Not
say it
really
would provoke
enough
because
that-
you're kind of...
You're prostrating yourself. You're showing your
Yeah.
back.
I would think
Okay.
you'd want to punch the thing, then bow.
Because there is still a skeleton, Avdol.
Well, yeah.
You're going to take
And
the
I
opportunity?
forget, is this 5 feet of my movement, or is that like?
That would be 5 feet.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if it was like a. Yeah, never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, what I'll do instead is I'll just move here, and that puts me out of sight of the shield now. Yeah.
That one would be, yes.
Okay, and then I will attack the skeleton.
Sure. That will
17,
hit.
8.
Okay, you do a fair amount of damage as the bludgeoning seems to crack some of its bones, and that will kill it with the extra swing.
So wait, did you actually bow or no?
I'm assuming now he bows.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try bowing now to see if that'll stop the shield there.
Well, we're going to go to the top of the initiative, and it's going to lock two-dimensional eyes with Vormash and get a 16 to hit him with its javelin,
That will hit.
doing 17 force damage. Zyga, it is your turn.
Why? Oh, right, master control. That's why. Minus 17.
This thing is getting some serious work done.
Yeah.
I try to remove it from the wall and put it face down.
Okay, you put it face down.
In defense mode.
Okay.
Like Halstead was before he was coup de grace.
And then I continue to move over here.
Okay. Vormash, what are you going to do with your turn?
Well, don't really know what to do at this point except punch Avdol in the face. But that can be saved for after combat. So for now, I'm gonna go to here and yeah, I don't know.
Go defensive, I'd recommend.
I'm gonna pull up my halberd and switch to tunnel fighter stance.
Sure. Avdol, you're the last person.
I'm just gonna stick here.
Okay. The shield will not be able to throw any more javelins. You are now all done with combat.
Okay.
For that room, I'll give everyone a lot of skeletons in terms of experience, but also
Experience
some more.
farm.
Also go and pick up whatever remains of
Nothing.
not even items.
Nope, everything turned to dust.
Is the amulet that Halstead had on him still?
He didn't grab it, he just touched it.
Oh.
So it's still in the sarcophagus. But you'll all get 1,000 experience each for that room.
And I will hold on to Halstead's accoutrement.
There's
Is
apparently
There
nothing
literally
is
isn't
there.
anything. He just mentioned that.
Oh! All of Halstead's stuff got vaporized.
Yes.
Yes, with
Oh,
Halstead.
okay. I thought you were talking about the stuff in the sarcophagus.
Oh, no. Halstad turned to dust.
Okay. Oh. Well. Rest in peace. I'm still mad at Avdol.
I'm not the one who killed him with an ice storm.
No, but I was
You
like,
did not
hey,
also
I
come to
did
his
it. You're
aid.
like, no, attack the pottery.
What could I have done? I don't have any potions to feed him.
No, I was going to go do it. And And you're like,
Roll a knowledge arcana, everyone.
Okay.
23.
You know that it was gunning straight for him, and it seemed to be an effect that when someone would be dying, they instead instantly die. So unless you could have healed him to a point where 4d8, however much it did, wouldn't have dropped into 0, it was moot, because none of you were even considering going for the shield at that point. So this, you just kind of have to chalk up to unfortunate trap draw.
yeah, still mad though.
You can be mad at me, that's
RP,
fine, but
RP mad.
Well,
you just
you
have
al-
that
you
feeling
also
in the
could've
back of
tried
all your
mine.
heads that perhaps you were all at fault, including Halstead himself.
Impossible.
I'm sorry, the dead don't speak.
Unless you speak with dead.
Not on Dust.
And not in this campaign, apparently, doesn't it?
Oh
no,
yeah,
no,
it
the,
also,
souls
yeah,
got
that's
called-
one of the
got
spells that
gobbled up.
stopped working.
Oh, is there gonna be some shit at the end of the game where like we go to the Soulmonger and it resurrects all our dead party members and we fight them all?
No, you fight them as zombies.
I believe Dust to Flesh is called Wish or
No,
Miracle.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
I'm responding to
soul-
something posted by the Peanut Gallery.
I'm making a spell called Dust of Flesh.
Dust
I
of
mean,
Flesh,
if you want to call yourself like a transmuter, and it's like, stone shape, all of that, and then you have flesh to dust, or as I call it, disintegrate.
Yeah.
I am
Alright.
curious about how this thing functions.
Are you going to turn the
Because-
shield around?
God, no. Are you crazy?
I don't know,
Oh, yeah,
man.
point it against the wall.
I
All we
wouldn't
have
think
to
that
do
any kind
is
of
have one person in front of all of us carrying the shield, and we'll have him just destroy our
Am I-
enemies.
Is
any
there-
artificer worth their salt wouldn't put the incantation on the front of the shield. They'd put it on the back where it would be less likely to be seen.
Sorry to interject. Is there a way I can automatically put spells into here, or do I have to do it all manually?
If you look it up on the eye and then drag it into your spell book, it should copy all the information over.
Ah, clever.
It works with some things and not others, at least.
I know
in
the
my
SR.
experience.
It's like the SRD only, right?
Yeah, it only
Some
has the
custom
SRD stuff. Yeah.
So I'm going to try to make an investigation on this shield to see
Sure.
what kind of... Because it doesn't seem to have been any kind of magic, but it also had the ability to use something that's akin to disintegration.
Also, shot in the dark here. How big is the shield?
It is large, so
Okay.
like it would take both hands to pick up. It weighs about 100 pounds.
Sorry, am I listing Sacred Flame?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Anyways, anything else you wish to do?
I'll go up to the amulet that Halstead touched and pick it
The
up.
voice in your
What?
head's like, "No, what are you doing?" But you touch it, and the
Yeah.
same thing will occur. Strange shadows shift across the wall, forming the outline of a long-legged bird. Its beak stabs at you as a voice echoes through your mind. "You will do as I command."
Charisma
And
save.
now some fun stuff's gonna happen, because first roll me a charisma save.
You do get the +3 from this.
Oh, okay, so 17.
Okay, you will resist its inhabiting presence, and the voice in your head will say, "Are you crazy? You could have gotten me, I mean us, killed."
Uh-huh. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. And I'm not saying
Whoa.
this out loud.
That's some non-risk averse behavior there.
What do you mean?
6 necrotic energy courses through you as you question the thing inside of you.
Did you just
Seem
get
to be in
paler?
pain. Good.
You see bolts of energy coursing through Avdol's flesh.
Wow. Did he usually have that happen to him?
Not
It's
to my
happened when I
experience,
touched the
no.
amulet, but I seem to be fine now.
You're holding the amulet. It is magical.
Alright, I'll go ahead and put it on.
Does nothing
No, I trust.
because you have to
Yeah.
attune to it.
Right, but I can attune to 2, so I'll attune to this and the ring.
It takes a short rest to attune.
I know. Well,
Okay, just-
can I attune for both in the same short rest?
No, you only get one magic action during each short rest. So usually it goes first one identifies, second attunes. So you could technically equip this without identifying it if you wanted to attune to it.
I'll hold on to it then all the same. Maybe
Sure.
not equip it.
How about the rest of the stuff?
So what's there again?
There were a bunch of things. There was a torque, 3 golden cups, and 5 cloak pins.
Do the cloak pins have any particular insignias on them?
A bird.
Ah, well, there you have it.
What type of bird?
Well, you can recognize it as an iblis.
Hmm.
And I nudge Avdol and go, "Are these magic?"
Those are not. Only the amulet was. From your sweep with detect magic found that out.
I pick up one of the cloak pins.
Sure. You can tell they're pretty well worth it. They're
They're
worth
well
a good amount. In fact, I think you guys just know. I don't know how identifying money works, really. It's been so long. It's in total, the torque's worth 250, the cups are worth 75 each, and the cloak pins are worth 25 each.
Okay.
I kind of want to keep the cloak pins just as like souvenirs or something.
I'm curious if anything has mentioned cloak pins.
I came to
before.
this tomb, had my friend
Oh
was
my
disintegrated,
God.
and all I got was this
Yeah.
stupid cloak
2
pin.
of your friends have been disintegrated.
Well, no, this tomb in particular.
Well, like they're 25 gold, man. Like they're not, in the grand scheme of things, they're not worth very much.
I'm gonna go out of this room for a bit.
No,
just because...
the door's closed.
Oh.
Yep, you have to open it again.
All right.
Do you want to do anything
Let's-
else in this room?
Let's. Oh, you know what?
Is there anything
Leaving
behind
the shield there
the shield?
seems like a terrible idea, so I'm gonna start smashing it.
It resists all of your damaging attempts.
Can we
Eldritch
reflect the
Eldritch
damage?
Blast then?
All of
Eldritch
them.
Blast scuffs it, because... What's the damage type on Eldritch Blast?
Force.
Force, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Alright.
with enough
So I'll-
Eldritch
I'll
Blast,
Eldritch
you
Blast
shatter
it,
the shield.
sucker.
After pumping Eldritch Blast after Eldritch Blast into its backside.
Is there anything behind the wall in this area?
Not there.
Oh, I want to do it. What's the check to look around?
Perception.
Perception.
Right.
13.
Okay.
7.
And
Not quite enough. I mean, darn, I couldn't find anything in here.
given enough time searching, you can find something. Because
Do you wanna see
I'll give this to you because I screwed up. You know it's here. We all know it's here. You find it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a secret door there.
I say we maybe
Ow.
rest somewhere
Alright.
first.
Where's your cough button, man?
It was too late. I was drinking. Alright, do you know what the difference between the output spell card and output attack is?
What spell? I don't even know.
It's one of the options I have when I'm like adding my spells that aren't in the SRD.
I'm not.
Was this where the zombies
Oh, it
were?
might be. It
Like
might.
this area.
Output spell might do all the spell information, and
Yeah,
output
the
attack
zombies were
might just
right
roll
behind the door.
They were chained up like right here.
Yes.
So there should be the chains to them still.
Yep.
So
Oh, I see what you're thinking.
And it must-
There was
might be a
never a
bit-
problem with opening the door. We
there
have
would
a
be
way
now
out.
when we don't have enough people with enough strength to do so.
We
Yeah,
definitely...
you know you needed everyone.
Oh.
Yep.
But
Right.
on this side, so if you leave, you might not be able to return.
Bum bum bum. Well, why don't we also go through the secret door?
Because
Sometime
sometimes
like this,
if we
wouldn't
go
it be
into the
better-
secret door, we're gonna find more things that want to kill us.
It might be
Alright.
a bit more wise to retreat for now and
Yeah.
Well, we won't be able to
lick
get
our
back.
wounds.
We won't be able to get back.
You feel like you've gotten this
I don't know.
room pretty.
Zyga randomly showed up after that monk died. Enough people are randomly wandering into this.
Do you want to bolt from the god there, Avdol? You're getting into kind of some metagamey territory.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that I'm playing.
I
this as
learned
if
from
I-
experience. And in
Random
my
chance
experience,
is
that's
not
what happens when
experience.
people die.
Right.
Some others.
Anyways.
Mark comes to fill in their shoes.
I mean, to be fair,
You get the
I
feeling
don't-
that if you short rested here, there wouldn't really be anything to interrupt you. Long
the
rest
big
might be a
freaking
bit
door.
more iffy, but you could short rest at least.
All right.
That's I was gonna actually make that exact argument. There's a big door over here. Who's going to get in?
The people on the other side of the secret door.
You could always stand watch over it.
Yeah, if we can take turns or something during a short
A
rest.
short rest, you don't have to sleep. You can all
Oh,
just
right,
stare at the
yeah.
door and just kind of sit down.
Maybe it's a 4-hour nap. I don't know.
It's a 1-hour
but
nap,
yeah,
It's a
genius.
power nap.
But yes,
Sure.
you will short rest. Do you
Let's
want to
switch it to
attune
rest
to
then.
that amulet?
Neat.
I'll go with the ring.
Okay, so you now have +1 AC.
Cool.
Actually, am I technically attuned to the Mace of Terror?
At this point, I believe so, since you used your
'cause
first one to identify
I
it.
did
and-
overnight, right? Yeah. Over the long rest. But yeah, so 10 HP off. I'm spending only 1 hit die.
Sure. Wow, everyone's getting 10.
Yeah.
10.
I think it's physically impossible for me to get to 10 on my hit die.
What's your?
No.
Okay.
What were you just saying? Also, that +4
Reverse
con, god
psychology.
damn.
Oh, yeah, 4 con. You are a muscle wizard.
I mean, we saw what happened in other games where someone goes low con wizard. It does not end well.
Well, not only that,
squishing
I get a +2 to my con for my race.
Okay,
Oh.
so that really helps, yeah. Okay,
Alright.
so you want to go through the secret door now?
Secret door.
Or,
And I also get,
well, position yourselves where you would
level-
be when you open it.
Yep.
yeah, I'll get a level 2 and a level 1 spell back.
Okay, is that on a short rest thing?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Warm up.
Oh, you open the door. Ancient cobwebs fill this narrow corridor whose midpoint features an arched alcove. Within the alcove, a dusty bottle stands on a table.
Ooh, a bottle.
Yes.
All right, take a step in.
There's just a bottle on the table.
Okay.
Do I detect magic on the bottle?
It is. I believe it would be conjuration.
Okay.
Oops, that was the wrong roll. But I mean,
But as you focus on it, you see movement inside as you stare at it with your magical detection.
that's supposed to be a perception roll, but it's a 7, so I don't really get anything useful out of that.
You can't see anything from where you are. You'd have to get closer to the bottle to inspect it.
Oh, I was expecting the bottle. I was inspecting the room. But
I'll
that doesn't make much
go and
difference.
inspect the bottle.
When you inspect it, you see something inside waving at you, and you hear a muffled voice calling out. What languages do you speak, Avdol?
I speak Common, Dwarvish, Elfish, Orcish.
Okay, it's no language you can understand.
Is there a way I can maybe try and guess what it is?
Not really.
Does anyone understand this thing?
So this is actually something I meant to bring up before. Since this is a new character and I have the ability to choose more than one language, would it have been possible to have it as Chultan?
That's fine, yes. Since you're
Okay, so
exploring
if that's the
the
case,
jungles.
then I have Primordial, Common, Chultan, and Elven.
Okay. Well, those are all very good languages, but unfortunately it's not the one it's speaking.
I'll look to the
Formash?
Starfallen and ask if it understands it.
Common
It
and
will
Orc,
say
so whatever
no,
Avdol-
but roll me an Arcana, because I don't believe Planar exists anymore.
26.
20.
With a 26, you can recognize
0.
inside is a Dao, which is essentially an Earth Djinn. They are neutral evil elementals, and they're genies. They promise power to those who would free them, and if you break your promise to them, they will get their revenge. But it can be quite useful if you don't break your promise. And as it notices your light of understanding, it's going to smile and point up at the stopper.
All right, so it wants us to free it.
It's trapped in there. We should totally free it.
I'm gonna halt him right there and inform him of like everything that I know about this, and adding to the fact that I am a part genie myself, I know how tricky my kind can be.
All right.
But you don't know how to
His
speak to
kind.
it.
I mean, like,
It's going to
You're the
frown
master.
and point at the stopper more intently, and it seems to be getting upset that you haven't freed it yet.
This isn't my place to decide this. I'm gonna walk out and pretty much wait for them to.
It's now pointing at the stopper more fervently as it sees one of the party leave. It
And
seems to be
I
pleading
actually
at
need
this
you
point.
to get on. I need you to get on Steam real quick because I need to text something to you.
Sure, 1 second.
Well, what do you think?
Hmm.
'Cause, I mean, he's trapped in there. I want to get him out.
Oh, I'll ask the spirit in my head if it understands what it's saying.
I don't, but this could be quite risky. You should get the big guy over there to do it.
Well, Vormash, it is trapped, and it's not a spirit. Letting it
I
out
pop it
might
open.
be a good idea.
Okay,
I pop it open.
sure. There, it will emerge in a whirlwind of sand, and she will rumble something in a language, kind of frown for a bit, and then cast a spell. Say, that's better. Now you should be able to understand me, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, yep, that's true. We can understand you now.
We apologize for not immediately releasing you. You see, there are quite a few perils in this place, and so we tend to be more cautious towards everything we encounter.
I can understand, but seeing as how you freed me without making any promises, you have me at a slight disadvantage. What is your desire?
I didn't think this far ahead.
You find a genie with a bottle that can understand you. Never mind. I'll talk to you later.
Can you put this one? Can you put attack in this one? And come back to it later.
Put a cork in it.
No.
If my cleric was here, I'd have some terse words for you.
Perhaps. I've heard you've run into some perils and pitfalls. I could help
Yes,
rewind time, perhaps.
We literally did just say that. Yes.
Yeah.
If you will it for your wish, I can bring you a replacement.
Well, we can't bring back Halstead because of the Soulmonger, so
Soulmonger.
some sort
So
of
you're
replacement.
recommending a replacement, huh?
Perhaps.
I mean, is it as simple as once we say it, it's done, and then you're good to go, or
Maybe
Well,
with
I will-
someone from
I
an
will-
alternate timeline where
Well,
someone
no,
else
I will
besides
bring
Halstead can
someone
serve us.
who could be of use to you here,
Yes,
if you
we could use all the
wish.
help we can get.
Is that your request?
I don't see how anyone else besides
you know what?
Taika is
Yes,
going to wander
considering
here.
that we can't actually get out of this room without someone else's help.
Then
Yeah.
your will be done. What is your cleric's name?
What a
Because your
perfect
cleric
way
is
to
ripped
say
from their peaceful monastery and suddenly appear inside this dusty corridor between two people in front of a large genie, quite confused and dazed. And on this note, while you finish up your character sheet, I'm going to call a short break.
Okay.
Seraph Halftooth.
We'll
Okay.
be right back after these messages.
No, I just need
Dun,
to take care of a few things. I'll be right back.
Enter the opportunity for a glass of water. Jordan, entertain the stream guests.
Da 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 da. Do 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 do
Mana.
do 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 do.
Mana.
Demonetized. Do do do. The MCA. Do 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 do.
Demonetized. Do. Yeah, so, your character didn't expect to get wished into a goddamn murder.
Oh,
machine.
I've got a way to get this done.
Oh, good.
Then the last of these spells in. But no any 4th levels. I do. 4th level spells.
Okay, I am back. So, have you finished up your character sheet?
Yeah, I just need. Can you give me a placeholder? I'll get you for the icon. I'll give you a real one later.
Okay, sure. I guess I'll just look up like a cleric.
A hobgoblin or a cleric, either one.
Right. Apparently there's only one free asset hobgoblin, but we'll use that for... Oh, that is tiny.
Who dares summon Serath the Tiny?
Well, there you go. Let me make it your figure for your character sheet for now. Hopefully, in the future, you'll get me something a bit more fitting.
I'll look while we're doing this thing, and maybe I'll find something I like later.
Sure.
But yeah, oh, man, that was a lot of spells I had to get in there. Oh yeah. Well, I don't have a
But
crossbow.
so you are quite dazed and confused as you've been ripped from your hobgoblin camp and are now here.
I don't have any
Let's
vision,
take it
by
from
the
there.
way.
Oh, you don't have dark vision?
No, he's just.
Oh no, you don't
No,
have
the
vision.
map.
I
Yeah,
see.
I can't see.
Do you have dark vision?
I do. I'm a
Of course you do. Everyone besides humans has dark vision.
Yeah, for some reason. And I'm gonna mutter. I'm gonna look around and say, when I asked Hazaret for guidance, I didn't think he'd actually send me to the source.
And the genie will say, "Your will is done. I must now return." And it will disappear in a puff of dirt and
I
dust.
say, wait, that looks familiar. Trixie, no! Okay, what were you doing with my with my friend, and why is she in what I can only assume is a dank human dungeon?
Your friend who?
The genie. What did you do with her?
We released her from the bottle she was in, and I'll point to the bottle.
Bottle? Okay, human. You get a pass today.
I'm a dwarf.
You all look the same to me. Hazaret does not discriminate, and neither will I, human.
You said that last part with quite a lot of disdain, though.
I mean, yeah,
I don't think
humans
there's
are
much
kind of a
point
blight
talking
on the
to
world.
Tiger.
Do
Only
you know
topped
how
by
many
elves.
Hobgoblin families get murdered by humans on a daily basis? And if he was a dwarf, oh man, would I be even more angry at that?
Anyways, what do you all wish to do?
I'd like to know where the hell I am. This is not the desert that I grew up in.
I'll fill him in on all the details.
I mean, you're kind of right. Is it ever truly the same once we grow up? I mean, look at this
Now it's
desert
like
now.
philosophical.
It's covered in tunnels and cobwebs.
Things are starting to make sense, but I don't believe you.
It's really
I gotta
true
turn
what
around
they
to the
do.
orc. It says, "You look like you're from a trusty stock. Tell me, are you truly trying
Hey,
to stop these souls?"
Half-orc.
Hazaret still doesn't
Discriminate.
If what you say is true, then maybe our purposes have aligned. My god is unable to receive the victorious dead he deserves. Perhaps this may be the reason why he teleported me when I asked him for guidance.
It would
I
seem our
remain
goals aligned then,
unconvinced.
yes. Your
warn you,
victorious
though.
dead are probably being kept within the soulmonger.
I warn you, my people are very strict on tradition, and we don't shift lightly. Don't
Damn
get
it.
in my way. Oh,
He says it's
I was
lightly
like teleporting into walls.
I'm trying to make it bigger because it's really
Hazaret is a cruel
disconcerting.
god.
It's very disconcerting how tiny that figure is for a hobgoblin.
I know.
Anyways.
I see you're wounded. It's obviously probably something like a gnoll attacked you. You need some healing.
Skeletons. Lots of skeletons.
Remain unconvinced. I'm gonna walk outside and go, "You've convinced me slightly. But don't think this is the end."
Sure. I'm gonna just check if the end of this hallway has another door.
No,
As
go
you-
ahead.
This place. That
Right,
was supposed to
That
be
was a
perception.
nature.
I guess you're going
Yeah.
to spring
You
mine.
get a
Do
good
you want
feeling
me
about the
to
nature
re-roll
of
it
this
or just
wall.
add 2 to it?
Do
You can add
listen to
2, and you'll
people?
find it.
Yeah, 19.
There is
I'm
a
a
secret
nerd.
door.
I asked the
Shock.
spiders that made the cobwebs.
That would be
Well,
handle
tell
animal,
everyone
not
that I
nature.
found another secret entrance. And I'll wait for everyone to gather up before I try opening it.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, you gonna open it?
I guess. If this is.
Sorry about that. My headset got disconnected.
Okay. The air here reeks of sulfur and brimstone. On the floor of this chamber, a pentagram traced in salt surrounds an ornate sarcophagus, its lid covered with figurines of prancing frog-like humanoids.
Wait, hold on. Before I even take a step in, I'll remember frog and.
Hold on. Can I roll religion for religious purposes of salt?
Sure. Well, you know.
That's with advantage, but yeah.
Salt is used for, like, purification type of thing. Although this
That-
isn't a
whoa,
pentagram,
hold
which you can't discern the usage of.
Cuban, this character sheet doesn't have an advantage toggle.
It might be... I have to change something for that. Let me see if I can...
26 on religion.
I go here. I think if I do this...
Oh yeah, no, there
Toggle,
are
there we
toggles
go.
if you go on the little.
Yes.
Thank you.
spells.
Thank you. It's good.
Fun fact: you can also toggle the ability to do GM rolls.
Anyways, yes. So there is...
So with the 26 in religion, can I figure out the implications of this, like the entirety of the fact that there smells like salt, or there smells like sulfur, the fact that there's a pentagram and salt.
And there's probably some type of demon summoning or demon containment, whichever. But there's also a flying skull winding around.
If I observe it, does it look like there's a piece of it that looks like a key?
Yes.
See, that looks odd. You guys ever seen one of those before?
Yep.
I can't see. What does it look like? Okay.
We're going into initiatives. It gets a 5. This one should hopefully be very quick.
As long as there isn't any more gas. I don't really understand what we're fighting. I can't see it. What are we fighting?
Anyways, I believe with all
Why are
those
you
rolls...
in the back when you're the
I
biggest
don't know.
dealing?
Everyone walked ahead.
I mentioned, like.
No, my headset only recently just came back online. So whatever you were saying, I didn't hear it.
Well, you only have yourself to blame, I guess.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, you're the one in the lead, so maybe it's you who's going to be.
But
blaming
I rolled
Anyways,
15.
Sarath is first.
No, I rolled 15. I
Oh,
rolled
well.
a little late. Yeah, sorry.
Well, gee. I guess Avdol's first.
Wait. And also I go after Seraph.
Yeah.
I'll. I guess I can't bind. I'll just go up to the skull and try to grapple it. I guess.
Sure. Roll
That's
that.
athletics, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm inspired. 20.
You grapple it. Remember last time when you killed it and the key remained?
Oh, right. I
But,
probably should have attacked it.
Sarath, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna walk in. That is one ugly skull. Hold it open in your arms for me, human.
I'll hold it towards him.
How do you hold a skull open?
Just make sure that you
You
don't
just
get
like
hit by
pull
this
its
hammer.
mouth open, obviously.
And do I get advantage because he's grappling it or no?
No, it just has no speed.
Let's see if this works. Warhammer.
No, I'm sorry, that does not.
Okay.
By
But
the way,
no, it looks like the attack roll worked though.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah.
What race are you, Seraph? I like
I'm a
Hobgoblin.
hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Anyways, Vormash.
You want to try smash it real hard?
Hell yeah! All right.
Can you even reach it?
Let's find out.
No.
You know,
Sarath's
he's
in the
got
way.
a halberd.
Halberd.
He's got reach.
That's true. What path are you
That
going
puts
to
me
take?
here, right? Yep. Halberd.
Okay.
That puts me at, I believe, 30.
Yes.
Halberd. Watcha. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 will.
10 slashing.
All right, it will smash.
Yay.
Yeah!
And you
Grab
have
the
another.
Smash. The one and only.
Okay, so what are you all going to do in this room?
I'd
Grab
Be
the
careful
key.
about the circle. Don't disturb it.
First, I'm curious about what the heck's in that little piece of line.
I grabbed the key.
I already grabbed the key.
Okay.
Like, I see something over here. Either
one
it's
declaring.
blood or something.
You
Yeah, I
see
see
what?
it too.
It smells of alcohol.
Oh, wine, probably.
And it seems to be sloped
think-
down. You can't really see too much
Yeah,
beyond
it's
it.
probably connected. One thing though, let's not disturb the circle. And judging by the walls on the tomb, or not walls, murals on the walls. Remember with the frog. What was it that the warning said? I think I have it pulled up. No, I don't. Hold on.
Handout.
Only a jewel contained the frog. So I'm gonna start looking around for a jewel.
You do not see any.
All right. I'm going to suggest we maybe come back to this room after finding some kind of jewel. Wait, didn't I grab some kind of stone the other day or something?
I remember a stone coming up, but I'm pretty sure Yeldrin was the one who grabbed it.
No, I think I did.
Yeah, Yeldrin got it.
You did?
Called it
Yes.
his lucky stone. Well, he's not red.
Wait, I did?
I don't think so. I don't even remember the lucky stone stuff, but I could just.
It was like a little gray stone. I'm pretty sure Yeldrin was the one who grabbed it.
No, where was it again?
Somewhere on the first floor.
I have not grabbed any items.
Yeah,
in this
I
area.
remember grabbing the gray stone.
Oh yeah, it was in the desk way off to the
Yeah.
west. I'm pretty sure that was Yeldrin.
No.
You're the one who checked the desk.
Yeah, but I was more focused on the.
Yeah,
book.
no, he was working.
'Cause I
He
had
was
the
looking
book.
at the papers on top. I opened the desk, and then
Yeah, I had the book of the
That's
golems,
stone.
which I gave to Halstead, which is now disintegrated. I never got any stone.
All right.
Does this stone look any different?
No,
Okay.
still gray.
Good, but my new avatar is in my character sheet.
Okay, I'll pull it out. Thank you for uploading it yourself,
Welcome.
like these other people.
Oh god, no. I did it bad.
You just erased your site. Silly.
We're
Very
good.
silly.
It's bad.
There we go. You should be fine. Okay, so what are you all going to do?
So, I'll pull out the stone and look at it. Is it gray like a rock, or is it like a piece?
Maybe like a very unpolished gem, just very
Okay, but it is a
gray and boring.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna look at the sarcophagus again. So what?
Don't.
Are you guys plundering the dead?
It's not really. Well, okay.
We're trying
Technically,
to
it's
find
plundering
a big
the
thing
undead.
That's eating all the souls.
And you think it's in a coffin?
I'm just going where this fool's the only one that
The
actually knows
common
real
theme that's
story
been
here.
going along with a lot of these, and don't say you don't know, you have, and I'll point to the Masons, pack. But what was it? They're all related to the trickster spirits of Chult.
I'm in Schult.
You're in Chult. Okay.
We should
When we
know
first
from the- we
summoned
should
you,
have
I
heard
did
that.
mention that I filled you in on everything.
All
So
right.
you would have already known that.
I'll
I
have
have
to.
not been
I'll have to
listening.
pray to my God that he can forgive the trespass of rituals.
What do I know about his god anyway?
I don't know.
Resurrect?
What do you know?
19?
I assume the baseline, like, alignments,
name?
what they worship.
Okay, here's the skinny on Hazaret because you asked so nicely, Zyga. Hazaret is a jackal-headed god pharaoh, and devout followers of Hazaret, when they die, it's kind of like what is it? Ragnarok, there's another battle for them in the
Oh.
afterlife. So he embraces the
Valhalla.
zealous. He is the god of zeal. Yeah, it's basically Valhalla, but like desert based. So
Egyptian Valhalla.
I am interested in this soulmonger because it sounds like it could pose a danger to anybody who worships Hazaret. They may not be able to go to their rightful afterlife.
You would know that there have been instances of people, like
Yeah.
everyone
So I am
beyond a certain
invested.
point.
I'm invested in investigating this, though I am still lawfully bound by my god to respect the remains of the deceased.
Well, I can't say that I've.
Quick, look in that corner.
Other than destroying undead, I can't say that I've been desiccating these tombs.
I will aid you if you do intend to look through these ruins for someone that could help, but I will not innately say it'd be a good idea to defile a resting place such
And
as this.
You will
Such
not
as it
assist
is.
them in any of that.
No, yeah, I won't assist them in the plundering, but if they're in danger, it's in my best interest that to keep
They
them
stay alive. Okay.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I don't like you, but I know I need you.
I can't quit you.
You don't.
All right, so
Anyways.
what I'll do is I'll pull out the gem and mention to the others again, I think this is the gem that deals with whatever frog may be in here.
Nate.
What I'm most worried about is the whole fact that there's a sulfurous smell in the air.
Is there a
That's
nature we
generally
can do to like creatures that smell like sulfur, or
demons usually
Yeah, that's the most
upon
you can
summoning.
That's kind of the
Okay.
game, I guess.
And it doesn't help that there is a pentagram on the floor.
If you think that is a demon influence, I can attempt to banish it.
All I say is that we should proceed with caution.
all right. And what was it? Talking in my head, talking to the spirit that's holed up there. I'll ask if I can proceed with the gem, because I'm certain that it'll be able to control whatever's within.
Another berry? Is this a bad
Uh,
idea?
This
Yes,
seems dangerous. Even with that gem, what if your poor dusty friend was right, and they were just trying to kill you here, and this is just a trap?
Well, that is true. But certainly the Acerak's warnings have proven to be helpful. But if you're against it, I don't see if I have much choice. And so then I'll mention to the group, I'm almost 98% certain that this is it, and as I hold the gem. But what we could also do to just appease our newfound friend here is just leave the sarcophagus as is, because really from the ones we've opened, we've found magical items, yes, but nothing that seems to be necessarily vital.
Okay, so what are you going to do then? Are you going to go against its warnings?
I'll hold up the gem, offering basically if anyone wants to give it a shot, but I myself have my own
When you
orders.
filled me in, did you tell me that you have somebody in your head talking to you?
No, of course not.
Okay.
When you filled us in, did you mention that there were sounds from each of the weapons and items?
I'm not the only one that's been touching them.
Yeah, I
Vormash
know.
could...
It's only been for the person who touched them. No one else saw anything.
Right, so did Vormash ever share anything?
I don't know. Did he?
I didn't
Vormash?
say anything out loud, but like, but are you going to ask?
No, why would I ask? I've
I would
been
ask
touching
what's so
things
curious
too.
about these items, but
I'm not gonna.
Yeah. So this mace, like, God, I forgot. There's some big spirit monkey tried to kill me, but I fought it off.
It's true. There was a Eblis.
No.
And
A different spirit monkey.
He's talking
What?
about the Eblis from the previous room.
Yes, I said yes. with 2 of the previous items, there were an Eblis and what's it called? The little bear things that eat.
Okay, Zyga, you know the tales of Chult since you've
A
been here
Zorbo,
and studying
yeah.
it. But
same thing. Seem to have fought.
Sarath, I think you're completely in the dark on everything.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then we'll
thinking
fill him in on the
maze-
Chult legends.
This makes people get scared of me, but like I just hit them with it anyway. So them running away doesn't do me much good.
But Paladin, they don't speak to you as if they were here, right?
No, they don't.
The maze. Goodness, no. It maybe it speaks to the other people when they get scared, but it doesn't speak to me.
And you've only found 2 of these items?
Let's see, the ring. Oh, there's also that staff.
Yes, the staff, the ring, the amulet.
Well, if you won't share any information with me about this, then I'll keep my silence until.
If you wish to
evidence proves
inspect the
me otherwise.
staff, feel free.
I mean,
I shall not touch something that seems to be inhabited by another living creature. That seems desecrating.
I'm just going to think of the practicality of
Oh
this.
no,
If it has a
my
little zone,
home.
it might be able to
I mean,
overpower.
How
the
did
room.
this happen?
Listen, like I'd love to help you if I can, but I got nothing to work on here. I mean, I'm also dumb as rocks, but like all I know is that I picked up this mace and some thingy tried to attack me and it wasn't real. Well, it wasn't like a physical, if you know what I mean. But I beat it up with my mind. So
If possible, can I take a look at that hammer of yours?
wait, the hammer or the mace?
The mace.
Yeah, sure.
Are you
And
going
I'm going to
to?
cast detect magic on it while it's on the floor.
It is magical.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a Mace of Terror. I thought Vormash would
Yeah,
have shared
he
that.
identified it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True,
no,
but
yeah,
it's possible
Vormash
that
identified it.
I did in my own special Vormash way. I make people scared of me, is what I said.
Time is running short, and my god might grow impatient. Are we going to cross this line of salt or not?
Your god approves.
you just see in your mind a big.
Hurry it up.
Yeah. So I'm not going to. I'll brandish out the gem for anyone brave enough to, but I'm not myself.
Well, Vormash, it seems like you're the only option at the moment.
My good, I don't even know if I have a god, but like I'm getting real sick of being.
You're a paladin.
He never read the
5e
manual.
is weird, man.
Oh my goodness, is someone
Oh, I know.
crossing over the salt?
Stand aside. I grab the
Okay,
gem.
before you cross, take this gem. It
That's
may
what
prove
I
useful.
take the gem.
Okay, you take the
And
gem.
also, I forget your character's name, Will, but if you don't mind stepping aside, I can kind of thank you. And I take the gem, and I take a step over the salt line.
Okay, well, when you take a step over the salt line, something is going to happen.
What?
You're going to hear a hissing of realization, and something's going to lash out, and it's going to quickly try and snatch the gem from your hands. What is your passive perception? 10. It snatches it from your hands, and it will cry out in a hissing voice, "Yes, my control gem, you fool!" And we're going into initiatives.
God damn it.
Oh.
Interesting.
At last, something happened.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Mage hand, take it back.
Anyways, Zyga, you're up first. If you want to roll a... Is dungeoneering a thing? I don't think it
It's
is.
Arcana,
Arcana, nature,
religion, and
history,
history.
really.
I believe it'd be Arcana then.
26.
Okay, this is a gray slad. It is an aberration, and you know that if they are born from a spawning stone, they have a control gem in their brain. If you can remove it from their brain and wield it, you can command them to do anything.
You do stuff against aberrations, don't you, Tom?
No, he
I
used to
use
have.
monstrosities as
Oh.
Graham Dram.
No, I thought you channeled divinity or something.
It might, no, I know Smite does more to certain enemy types, I think, but...
I'll look into that.
Yeah.
What's your subclass?
Vengeance. I can either abjure enemy, which makes it frightened, which makes it say either saves or is frightened, or vow enmity, which gives me advantage on the attack, while fighting it for a minute.
What are you going to do, Zyga?
Well, let's
also,
probe this thing for information by using Toll the Dead.
Sure.
then-
Okay, so that is a wisdom save, correct?
Yep.
However, it seems particularly resistant. It is going to have advantage and get a 2 on either way.
Wow.
So it will fail.
Dealing 12 damage.
Okay, that seems to do full. Avdol, you are up.
Okay. Let me
Oh.
look real quick.
Also, is
at
the
some
circle still
spells.
undisturbed?
It is, you walked over it.
Yeah, and then he didn't like skedaddle and like mess anything up.
Not yet,
Not
at
skedaddle,
least.
like stumble. That was the word I'm looking for.
The
Okay.
world waits as Avdol ponders.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some spells. But you know what?
Why not get?
Yeah, never mind. I'll, making sure not to disturb the circle. I'll go here, and I'll try to. Can I do an attack on like his hand to try and knock the gem out?
No, it's already kind of swallowed it.
Oh, he
Oh.
swallowed it. Okay, yeah. If he swallowed it, then I'll go ahead and start attacking.
It absolutely wants to make sure you can't get this
Yeah.
back.
17,
A 17 will miss as it bounces off of its hide.
25,
A 25 will hit. Over.
10.
Speaking of, in case anyone wants to see what it looks like. 10 damage, bludgeoning, okay. Seems to do full. Zerath, you are up.
I will carefully step into this ring, not disturbing the salt, and I will hit it with my warhammer. At
Certainly.
least try.
An 18 will just barely manage to clip him.
I'm going to also use a divine strike now that I've hit it.
Sure.
So that's is it still an advantage?
No, that's just your two damage types.
Oh, I see. So yeah, it's 11 bludgeoning damage, and then I roll another d8, so 5 extra.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait,
You said a d8, that'd be 2 more. You accidentally added the extra.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the extra. Yeah. So 13 total.
13, okay.
I'll roll it as just a standard d8 next time.
Yeah, you should be able to fix that, but we can take care of that next time. It's going to go and say, "You fools, it doesn't matter anymore. You've crossed the barriers. They're gone. Perhaps it's time it gets a little hot in here," and it's going to throw a ball at its feet.
I'm going to counterspell that.
Sure. Okay. Bear with me. It's going to counterspell your counterspell.
Counterspell it. Counterspell.
You can't. You don't have any more reactions. Unless someone else has a counterspell, it is going to go through the stack, and the fireball will continue. Actually, God, I think it's going to still go off. There's no weird, stack. It's just... If you had another reaction, you absolutely could counterspell its counterspell, but do you?
That is the dumbest fucking shit, but okay.
You guys are both consuming spell slots. I mean,
That is very true.
True, but it's it sounds
You can do
that-
the same, really.
Yes, but that's still so convolutedly dumb. Just in a just mechanically.
It's Tomb
but-
of Annihilation.
Anyways, everyone give me a dex save.
Everyone except Zaga gets +3.
ooh. I'm gonna
Well-
inspire them.
Oh,
I'm going to
no!
give myself +4, so
I
it's
used up my
16.
inspiration.
Sure.
18.
21.
Yes, you did. I'll give you you've been playing the coward for so long. You have inspiration for this point.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank you. Yay!
Okay, everyone will
Everybody
save,
gets the 8.
including it. So it'll be 27 down to 13, and it seems to take even less. So it's slightly injured, and we're back to Mormash. And it seems to actually have healed up at the start of its turn.
All right, so first off, that's 13. You said.
Would I know about its healing nature with the 26 on the knowledge?
Yes, it has regeneration, and there's no way to prevent it unless you kill it.
Okay. In that case.
And you rolled so high, I'll give you it's resistant to acid, cold, fire, lightning, and thunder.
But not
Okay,
necrotic.
Not necrotic and not physical damages. So I'm gonna keep the halberd out actually, just because like I mean it's
That's
2d6
just
fire,
free. Okay.
but actually no I am gonna go with the longsword.
Can I mention something real quick,
Sure.
Tom, before you do your turn? You should probably use your channel divinity more, since it allows you to get advantage
I
on a
know,
creature for a
in
minute.
He does it,
going to
like,
say-
it's just, he hasn't this time. Like,
Yeah, I get it back.
do you
every
need to
short
play
rest.
everyone's character?
No, I'm just giving
I
Is
advice.
that
get it back
another
every short rest
spirit?
anyway,
This seems
but
like a
Is-
good opportunity, is all I'm saying.
which is exactly why I'm going to use Vow of Enmity on it and give myself advantage on attack rolls for a minute against it.
Sure.
So we flip the advantage counter on and go 1,
That will hit.
4, 9 slashing
And
2
half
fire.
on that, so 12 total. Okay. And
we're
that
doing
one
all
will
that a
miss.
All right,
Zyga, back to you.
I'm going to Toll the Dead again.
Sure.
I'm glad I check a couple spells here because
Oh, right, it rolls the save. I was waiting. My mistake. 13.
That still fails, and since it has taken damage already, for 13 damage.
Okay. Is bloodied. Avdol, back to you. I think you should use your hammer to hit it.
Yeah,
that's a terrible.
use my hammer to hit
no,
it.
No. You got to use an Eldritch Blast. You got to like just start spamming Eldritch Blasts, and like it'll go down that way. Swear to you, it'll work.
15?
Will bounce off of its armored hide
Yeah.
on the follow-up swing.
No.
You are unbalanced and are unable to find purchase with your hammer. Serath.
Let's go with the Warhammer again. 21.
That will find purchase as you crack its hide.
That will do 9 bludgeoning plus the extra d8. 8. And I'm going to use Priest of Zeal to use another attack.
Okay.
17.
A 17 will not find purchase.
I will save face and add 4.
Okay, that will. So that is it until your next short rest.
Yep. So another 7 damage.
Okay. And it is going to shriek at that, turn and glare at you with your divine energies and saving face as its wounds slowly heal up. And it's going to try and bite you. Getting a 12. And
Miss.
then it's going to pull out its greatsword.
Oh.
Which it had.
Yes, of course.
Where?
Getting a 12 and a
What is
19.
Slant form
That will hit.
Odin?
So 11 slashing damage. Formash, it is your turn.
So a quick question about smiting. Is that a bonus action?
I
no,
think it's just on a hit
Smiting
you
is
get
a bonus
to.
action, and it's whenever you and you don't have to waste it if you missed.
Is it an action? I could have
No,
sworn it was just a.
divine smite is just
Oh,
Whenever
divine
you hit,
smite?
yeah,
you
Yeah.
expend
you
the
just
spell
burn a
slot
spell
actually.
slot.
All right, so there's my wrathful smite, which I completely forgot I had. To be perfectly honest, I was just using the divine smite the whole time because.
Well, Wrathful Smite's a spell that's not that good. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you.
Yeah, I have 2
Yeah.
different smites. Sorry, I was Searing and Thundering.
Well, he has both too. Also, one's a class feature that just burns a spell slot to do 2d8, doing an extra d8 per spell slot burned, or if it's a fiend or undead. That's what we were thinking.
Yeah, and our aberrations.
No,
aberrations and fiends do the same
fiend
thing.
or undead.
Okay.
It's
I wanna make sure
literally a type.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. So, what I'm gonna do is just double check this. Oh, done. Okay, good. That didn't actually show up in the thing. That's an action. Yeah. So, yep. In that case, let's keep smashing.
That will not find purchase, and that one will.
All right,
Just
I'm
barely.
gonna first level smite on this too.
Okay, so extra 2d8.
So we'll just roll that first, as I'm already in the menu. 10 damage.
And from that, and then your swing.
9 slashing, 2 fire.
9 and 2, so 11, so 21 total. You land a pretty good hit, but it's still alive, and we're going to go to Zyga.
Is it back to being bloodied?
Oh, it's been bloodied for a bit since the hammers.
I'm going to toll the dead again.
Certainly. It's going to roll its wisdom. Failing.
Huh. 15 damage.
Okay. Wobbling on its feet, but it remains standing as the necrotic energy courses through it. Anything else?
Nope.
Avdol, you are up.
All right, let's try to hit it.
Go for it.
14 will miss.
Nope, that will bounce off.
20
That
will hit.
on the follow-up swing. You'll find
13.
Purchase and smash it verily. Serath.
I don't really want to do that. We'll just we'll go with the old faithful, another Warhammer.
You have a different one?
Nope.
That
That'll
was
miss.
the new war.
Nope, that will bounce off, and then on the fall. Oh, right. You don't
I don't
have
have-
an extra
yeah.
attack.
It's Priest of Zeal, which I could use. I can use 4 times a day.
Yeah,
Or
but
short
no
rest.
baseline
Yeah,
extra attacks,
no extra
unfortunately.
attack. Yeah.
Right, it will regen, and it seems very wounded, and it is going to continue swinging, and it's going to turn towards the man that smashed it earlier, and it's going to bite Avdol, getting a 14,
Miss.
a 9, and a
Miss.
16. Leave those will all miss.
Yeah.
Right, Vormash, back to you.
All right. Smash, smash.
Ed, that will hit.
I'll throw another level 1 on this one.
Sure.
I want to make sure this thing's extra crispy. 13.
Okay,
And-
and that is enough. It will fall dead to the ground.
You should have been smashing me!
But for killing the gray slad, you will get 1250 each.
Nice. I'm gonna say we seem to be a little injured. Can you permit me 10 minutes?
Sure.
All right, well...
Oh, cool.
And what's that?
Hey,
Sarcophagus? Is
prayer
that
healing. Everyone gets 10 HP.
Cool.
In the meantime, though, well, I guess while you're still preparing this spell,
Aha,
I guess
so you
we're gonna
burned a
do-
second level spell.
Yeah, and it costs 10 minutes. So
It,
So in- I
cast
guess
time,
in
it
the
doesn't
time-
cost 10 minutes. 10 minutes
costs
don't
us
just
10 minutes
disappear
running on
into...
time.
10 minutes disappear into the ether.
Into the-
Everyone's confused.
Now, did everybody catch the fact that it said it already escaped?
That, yeah, is troublesome. Wondering what it could mean by that. There's still the matter of the sarcophagus.
Well, brave adventurers, you fought your way to your prize. I won't stop you from raiding it.
You'll pout.
Vormash, I believe I've reached my limit with 3 of the items after
I'm sorry,
what I
you
experienced with the
overburdened by
amulet.
the treasures of this grave.
I believe there may be a penalty
Oh
to
my
grabbing
goodness,
more.
And I push the sarcophagus lid.
Remember, there are 12 statuettes on top.
Oh, what? Anything particularly noteworthy about them, or is it just?
No. They look like grungs. It's just,
Okay,
give me an
is it-
athletics, as you've said, you just kind of shove the thing off and then notice them.
Yep.
I'm whispering to Zyga. Which one do you think is more likely to stab us in the back?
10 to 1 odds on Avdol.
No Dale.
Alright.
I see.
No bet.
Where's your athletics, please?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Well, I guess I start shoving, and can I roll a perception to realize that they're up there?
Roll your athletics. Let's see how you do.
Oops, that wasn't supposed to have advantage.
Well, you'll try horribly and kind of fall flat on your face and then look up and be like, oh, dolls.
Hey, look! Stuff!
He's endearing, isn't he?
Not the
He's
sharpest
he's a simple soul.
knife out there.
Hey, anyone
Is
want
is
anyone
that the
want
new
some rug-
sorcerer
rug
archetype,
rug
like
media?
Sacred Soul?
He's not the sharpest crayon.
Snark Wizard?
Simple soul.
Anyone want some grungophilia? Wait, that came out wrong.
Boy, did it.
Simple soul.
All right, well, I take the things off the sarcophagus.
Sure, you have 12 Grungdals.
And he's
Yeah.
playing with them now.
Hello, my name is Mr. Grung. All right, let's. All right, I rub my hands together and like, all right, let's.
Shia Kazim!
I'll give it another push.
All right, go ahead. Okay, you just barely force the lid off as it falls to the ground with a clang.
Actually,
And
just double
inside-
check here. Avdol, what's your strength modifier?
It's a 3.
I am. You are actually stronger than me.
Oh. Well, I guess I could have
Swole
opened it for you
warlock.
instead. I apologize.
There is a clay urn inside, as well as some more things. There's a
Oh
potion,
my god, it's another mayonnaise jar.
a petrified grung egg,
Okay.
oh, and a petrified grung egg. Those are the only two things.
Oh,
A
okay.
jar
misread.
and petrified growing egg.
And a potion.
All right, I've done my bit.
Do not eat the egg.
I don't. It's made of rock. I don't want to eat the egg.
Do I detect magic on any of the items
It's
within?
literally
Yes.
rock.
The egg, and that is it, because potions
Use the
don't actually
potions,
detect as
yeah.
magic.
The jar doesn't?
The jar does. It is enchantment.
Like I said, I believe I've reached my limits when I
oh,
grabbed the
yeah.
third
You know,
trickster item.
you're a super big coward, and I grab the urn.
Okay, roll me a wisdom save.
Oh no. Oh good.
Dance! Dance, monkey! You begin a comic dance in place.
Are you serious? That's a fucking
Yes.
DC 20. Can I take
What?
inspiration?
You were gonna keep an 18. You
Yeah.
This only affirms my belief in Hazaret.
As you dance, the percussive music overwhelms your mind, doing 18 psychic damage.
Ow.
Is he still dancing?
Yes.
Make it stop.
Can I make an arcana on what the hell is happening here?
Sure. And at the end of each of your turns, you can attempt. You know it's some type of spell. You're not sure
wait, hold on.
what.
20.
Do we all hear the music, or just him?
No, it is just him. He's screaming about the music. It sears my mind.
I'll attempt to dispel.
Okay, roll me a dispel check. Which is 10 plus.
I guess it doesn't work. 10 plus spells level. So
Or
10
you
plus
roll a
3.
you roll a d20 plus your casting. So stat plus proficiency.
Okay. That is
Not sure what the
for-
DC is.
Well, I'm pretty
Well,
sure
that'll
it's not
automatically
that.
fail.
Oh well. There
So
goes
he is
that
still
slot.
dancing. So give me another wisdom save at the end of your turn. For Mesh.
Unless anyone else wants to do anything.
What else can they do?
I can't dispel.
I'll try dispelling it again.
Okay.
Sure. Same thing, give me a check.
Nope.
Alright. You continue dancing as you take 4 psychic damage this time.
Okay. That.
Anything else? Everyone gets a
that was much
rotato.
less
I
percussive.
kind of like him. I'll try it one more time.
Okay.
17.
That will just barely dispel the dance. As he stops.
That was the.
Oh,
I
I'm
know-
sorry, it
I know
doesn't. It's
things-
harder, apparently,
Oh god.
than the base spell.
Oh.
Continue dancing. Give me another wisdom save.
I hate everything. I have to roll.
18.
I have to roll a nat 20, or else that's it.
Anyone else doing anything, or is he going to dance
I can't.
himself to
There's
death?
nothing for me.
Warlock,
I
detect
stare at
that.
Avdol
Can you
as I-
detect the spell? What kind of spell is it?
It was
I detect
enchantment.
magic.
Enchantment?
He had already.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to calm his emotions.
Interesting. I'll give you another dispel check with advantage.
Okay. Let me go back to that page. 15. Ugh.
That wouldn't be
I'm
enough.
going to dance my way to death.
You might at this point.
Well, what I wonder
Anyone
what'll
else?
happen if I go unconscious whilst dancing.
I'm going to try and knock the piece from his hand.
Oh, just make sure I can't let go, right?
No, you are not able to.
All right, just wanted to make sure that wasn't an option open to me.
Go ahead
No,
and
maybe-
roll a. Make your case for something. I could see sleight of hand, but also some other things. I'm not sure what you're thinking.
Oh, I
you
was
would
just
roll.
going to try to magic missile the item.
Oh, you could do that to smash it, sure. So go ahead and roll damage.
So for level 1, it's 3d4.
3d4 plus 3.
9 damage.
9 damage, it'll crack and start falling to pieces. And it will break. It's made out of clay, so it's not very strong. But he continues dancing.
Oh no!
Roll me another save.
Please. No.
10.
I'm at 1. Not ferocity 1. Just I was.
How
at
does
1,
that work
I'm
out
at
of
1.
combat? I guess you still get to ferocity. Anyone else
Like,
gonna
I
do
could.
anything?
Hold on.
I can't.
Oh, did everyone roll the Arcana as well? Because I know I saw.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh yeah,
rolled
you
an
could
Arcana
identify it
twice.
yourself. You're still able to communicate.
17.
You can identify it. It's
Oh,
some
my.
form of Otto's irresistible dance.
It's like it's the dance spell. You know, the dance spell. There's only one.
But yeah,
Wait, does it end if he can no longer dance?
Actually, it's a good question. Now that I know what it is, I can technically look it up.
that's true. One person begins dancing a comic dance in place. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to the spell. A dancing creature must use all its movements to dance without leaving its space. Disadvantage on dex saves and attack rolls. While the target is affected by the spell, other creatures have advantage against it. As an action, it can make a wisdom saving throw to regain control of itself. On a successful save, the spell ends. And I'd say, if you stopped him from dancing, he could start moving, but the noise would still
I'd still be
overwhelm his
taking the damage,
mind.
basically.
Yes.
Still be okay.
Just knock me out. I don't care anymore. This is the worst
He's-
music I've ever heard in my life.
He welcomes death.
No.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
Chainmail.
I walk up and shocking grasp him.
Okay. Roll with advantage to hit him.
And it's a melee attack?
Yes. Or melee spell attack.
Okay, so then I can probably...
You can use your
Can-
intelligence. I
You just
believe.
use the intelligence. Pretty much any spell when you
Yeah,
make an
you
attack
have
with it,
11 or...
you have advantage.
Yeah.
9, no.
No,
Why?
he...
That wasn't strong enough.
Anyone else gonna do anything?
I'm going to toll the dead. Make a wisdom save.
Make a wisdom save.
Yes. Watch me get a nat 20 on this.
No.
Okay, you fail.
Alright, so he
Worse.
takes 13.
No, he takes 2. Oh, it is.
He's
13.
taking damage.
Yeah, he's taking damage. He takes
So
13
he's
from it.
dying, and his turn's gonna come up. He can't save anymore, and he starts bleeding out of the ears, so
And now
you have a
my
death
next turn.
save.
Well, okay, so I can't actually perceive the sound anymore.
On my,
'cause I'm
on my
unconscious.
next
It's-
turn, I'm
you're
going to
still
cast
hearing
Spare the
it.
Dying. I'll touch him for that.
Are you guys just gonna have him just bleed out horribly? And it is
I'm
technically
curious, though.
possible for him to die. You
I'm
will
curious
stabilize him every
if-
time, but on his turn he's going to roll. Oh no, this actually bypasses it because you stabilize him. He takes damage at the end of his turn for the dance. He gets 1 death save and is dying. You stabilize him before he rolls a death check. He gets rid of that. Yeah, so after a minute of just bleeding
Of
out of
just
the
doing
ears
this.
constantly and stabilizing him, he stops bleeding from the ears and violently shuddering.
You bled out all of your blood through your ears.
I've got more.
This was truly a fascinating experience.
He's still stable on the ground. What are you guys
I'm
going to
still
do?
unconscious.
Yes.
I'm going to cure wounds twice if nobody else is going to do any
Sure.
action.
I don't have any healing methods.
So 9 and 9.
All right. That's
Okay, so you
18.
heal 18.
And then, can I have a minute?
Yeah.
And by
Yes.
a minute, I mean how long is the short rest?
An hour.
An hour.
All
Well,
right,
that's also
you gonna
much
take
of
another
a
short
show.
rest? I think
I
that's where we'll
recommend-
stop for the night.
Maybe,
I recommend
On the short
vacating
rest?
this tomb first.
I 100% agree getting out of this room.
You're gonna take any other stuff, or just leave it there?
I'm
Yeah. Is
taking
there a
the-
way for me to
Take the
take
dolls, fuck yeah.
What was it? What did Vormash take?
He took the jar
the
inside. There's
jar?
a potion and an egg inside.
Would it make sense for me to just sort of have some sort of cloth on hand for me to?
Yeah, you
touch?
can.
Okay. I'll use the cloth to grab the egg without.
As you touch
touching
the egg, a tendril of slime rises from its surface and transforms into a frog-like head that bobs towards you. A croaking voice sounds out in your mind. Neng Neng, help you now. Roll me a charisma.
You got it.
You're lucky I'm con.
Okay, so now
That's
they are
12.
fighting for control inside of you. Okay. You feel the cowardly voice shriek as it vacates your mind, and a giant frog monster instead inhabits you.
Can
So now,
Can any of us realize what just happened?
no, none of that
It's
was
all
visible.
happening in his own head. Do we hear him
How
scream?
do I show to just you? Did I figure that out before?
You gave me a handout card.
Right. I said give to this person. So 1 second while I pull that up.
I mean, everyone gets a slow death, but Avdol gets this.
Avdol gets his mind turned into
No,
a frog.
no. How do I show to one player?
It's a hotel.
Hotel head case.
The Avdol.
Honestly, I can't believe they found room for his ego in there.
Oh, right. I edit it. That's right.
Make
And then
room
I
for
put it into your
the,
journal. Here you
What's
go.
this got again? The Seeker or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he follows the Seeker, but I don't know that.
So,
Don't get a
I
second
think
round
one of your
guys.
items just pops off of you, because...
Well, I'd never attuned a second one.
Oh, okay.
so-
Well, you get 3 attunement slots. So with that power, you had 4, but now you only have 3.
Okay, gotcha. Well, yeah, I
Make
didn't
room
have
for
four.
the
So
Seeker
far, I've
between
only
you and your
attuned
ego.
The ring,
Okay. So,
and then what's it?
but
I'll-
while holding it, you can tell the egg has its own power, but you're not sure what.
Okay.
So, although it will tell you, you hold up and gain spells back.
Oh.
And you can
Intriguing.
tell it's as a pearl of power.
Nice.
All right.
But no one
I'm
else knows
actually
this.
going to, let's see. Get my spell slot.
Is he like actually holding it up like
I feel the power.
yeah,
No.
kind of like that?
No.
Power Stone.
And I'm gonna
Anyways.
use 20 lay on hands health.
Sure. Anyways, you all short rest. Do you want to identify or attune to anything else, Avdol, since you're the only one of the real magic items
Yeah.
at this point?
I guess for my second item, I'll attune to the necklace.
Okay, so you attune to the necklace. You're not sure what it does, but your con is now 19.
Cool.
Who knows what that could be?
Yes.
And then hit die.
Does that change my hit points?
Yes.
Okay, so I get. Let's see if I'm level 8.
You'd have a +4 to
Oh,
add
it's
your-
just a +4.
Well, no, it's
Yeah, so-
+4 to your mod. So what did your mod
Yeah.
go from and then to?
It
So-
went from 3 to 4.
Okay, so you gain 1 hit point per level.
Okay, so
Wait,
8.
what? Why is my hit dice a D4?
Good question. Why did you put it as a D4?
It says 8. I have 8. It says 8. Oh,
You
No,
get the
you put
total
8 hit
for-
dice, and the
There you
hit
go.
die is 4.
there we go. All right, can I re-roll that?
Yeah, go
All
ahead.
right. No, it still says 4.
Yeah, it does. Do I need to
hit-
check your character sheet for you?
No, mine looks like that. Okay.
Okay, no, I can't check other people's sheets. I can.
Oh,
just
did
see
you
their
change your
portrait.
class to cleric?
Oh, yeah, you never chose a class. Your class was
Oh, yeah.
choose. You were a choose 8.
Where
There,
does
you're a
it say
cleric.
that?
It's at the top.
So you just click.
Oh,
I
left
switched it
level.
for you.
I got it.
So now try.
Yeah, there it goes.
There you go. Okay, but on that short rest, that'll be it for tonight. Hopefully that
should
was...
fix the spells. Yes, it does. Excellent.
Oh, perfect. So everything's fixed, and you are now a new character. Well, a moment of silence for Halstad. He died as he lived, turning into dust.
Covered in ice and being shot in the butt by
Turning
lance.
into other things.
Yeah, that's true.
Good one. But that'll be it for tonight. Good night, everyone.
Good
We'll
night.
see you next Monday. Hopefully,
Stream.
we shall see.